Hey there, are you ready to level up your Excel game? Join us on a simple yet super useful journey for the must-know functions in Excel. So this is Zehad Rian GM from Exceldemy, and today we'll explore 5 Excel functions everyone needs. These functions are available on Excel 365, Excel on the web, Excel 2021 or latest versions. For this tutorial, I'll be using Microsoft Excel 365. So without any further discussion, let's get started. Here we have list of products and their sales in 2022 and 2023 named as table 1, and we want to use the sort function to sort the data. So at first we'll go for the F5 cell and use the sort function. The sort function sorts a range or array. Now the first parameter array, that means the area we want to sort on. So select the table 1 as our sort array. Then we'll go for the sort index. Here the product column, that means column B, is known as the first index, cells in 2022 is the second index, and cells in 2023 is the third index. As we want to sort our data according to cells in 2023, so we'll select 3 as our sort index. As we want to get our data smallest to largest, so select the ascending as our sort order. In summary, the formula sorts the data in table 1 based on the values in cells in 2023 in ascending order, arranging the information from the smallest value to the largest value. Let's press the enter button and you will get the perfect lowest to highest ascending order here. But if you want to get highest to lowest value, then you will again go for the formula and directly choose the descending order as the sort order. Press the enter button and now you'll get the highest to lowest descending order here. Let's go for the B12 cell and enter a new data, fridge. Press the enter button and the output result is automatically updating itself. Let's go for the cells in 2022, which is 2000, and cells in 2023 has become 4000. Press the enter button and now you'll see that it has shown the result. But you need to also remember that the sort function doesn't copy any kind of format. So if you want to format your new value, select the old format, go for the home tab, clipboard, format painter, and then select cells. That's using sort function for you. In this new scenario, we want to arrange the product column in ascending order on the basis of the cells in 2023 column. So we'll take the help of sort by function here. So let's go for the F4 cell and use the sort by function, which sorts a range or array based on the values in a corresponding range or array. Now let's go for the array parameter. The array parameter will be the product column. So we'll choose the product column which is in the column B. After that, we'll go for the by array, that means which is the main criteria on basis we want to get the sorting on. So we'll go for sales in 2023, that means the column D as our by array. As we want to get the sorting from smallest to largest, so we'll choose the ascending order. This formula sorts the data in table 2 based on the values in 2023 cells column, arranging the product column in ascending order. Let's press the enter button and now you have got the result here. If you want to get the descending order, then go for the F4 cell and here you'll change the sort order. Now as sort order, you'll choose the descending order to get the largest to smallest value. Select it and press the enter button and you'll get highest to lowest values sorting here. Now let's update a new value and see whether it updates itself automatically or not. Let's go for the B11 cell and write down the new product entry oven. So you have entered cells 2022 and 2023. Press the enter button and you can see the sorting has been updated automatically by using sort by function here. We have the data of states, month and their cells. In this scenario, we want to take a certain range and show only the unique values in the column B here. To do that, we'll use the help of the unique function. So let's go for the F5 cell and here we'll use the unique function. The unique function returns unique values from a range or array. As we want to extract the values from the column states, so select the B5 to B14 cells and press the enter button and you'll see that you have got the unique values from the column B here. Now in the column G, we want to show the unique months which have appeared only once. So let's go for the G5 cell and again insert the unique function to extract the unique values, but this time we'll go for the array of the column C as we want to extract the values from the column C. Now, as we are trying to get the unique value from the rows, so select the false option as we want to get the return from the rows. As we want return items that appear exactly once, so select the true option here. Here the formula takes the range of C5 to C14 and then it extracts only the values that has appeared only once in the column C. So let's press the enter button and you'll see that you have got only the unique values. You can see that in column C we have January many times, but it has not shown on the column G. We want to use the unique function in case of table. So let's select the whole data range by pressing Ctrl plus A in the keyboard. Press Ctrl plus T in the keyboard to create table as we already have the headers. My table has headers has already been ticked. Click OK to create the table. You can go for the table design and untick the banded rows. Now we'll use the unique function for the table and we want to use it for two scenarios: items appeared exactly once and distinct items. Let's see whether it works or not. At first we'll go for the F12 cell and here we'll go for the unique function again, and this time we'll go for the array as we want to extract the values from the state column. So I'll choose the state column here. Now we'll move on to the next section where we want to extract the value that will return from unique rows. So select the false option which returns as unique rows, and now we want to get the items that appeared exactly once. So select the true option here. Let's press the enter button and see whether it can extract the items appeared exactly once or not. Press the enter button and you can see that it has extracted the values that has appeared exactly once. Now let's go for the distinct items. Again, this time we'll use the unique function and now we'll select the array. The array will be the same, the state column, and then we want to get the values from the unique rows. So select the false option again, and this time we want to get the distinct item return. So select the false option this time, and let's press the enter button and see whether it can extract the distinct items or not. Press the enter button and yes, you can see the distinct item list here. Now if we make any kind of change, then it will dynamically change the values here. So let's go for the B15 cell and add a new value, Washington. Press the enter button and see the changes here. Now let's gather knowledge on Excel XLOOKUP function. Our target is to enter an ID, and then with the help of this entry we want to get the name and cells automatically by using the XLOOKUP function. So let's go for the C14 cell, and here at first we'll go for the data tab. Here in the data tools we'll find the data validation. Click on it and you'll find the data validation dialog box. Here we want to create a list, so select the list in the allow section and the source will be the B5 to B12 cells. Press OK and you have the drop down list. Now if you click on the drop down list, then you can choose any of the ID according to your liking. Suppose you have chosen the B23 cell. Now with the help of this data entry you want to extract the name and cells automatically. Now we'll go for the C15 cell, and here we'll write down the XLOOKUP function, which searches a range or an array for a match and returns the corresponding item from a second range or array. By default, the function will automatically return the exact match. And then as the first parameter, we have the lookup value. So select the lookup value from the ID of C14 as we're looking for ID. So the ID column will be our lookup array. After that, the return array will be the names. So select the name column, that means C5 to C12. Press the enter button and you'll get the name according to the ID. If you want to get the cells also, then we'll go for the C15 cell and copy the formula by using Ctrl plus C, and go for the C16 cell and paste it here by Ctrl plus V. But what will be the change? The change will be the return array. This time we want to get the return of the cells. So select the D5 to D12 cells as the return array. Now press the enter button and you have returned the value. Now let's change the ID and see whether it's working or not. You can change it many times and you can see the changes here again and again. There is one benefit of using XLOOKUP function. The VLOOKUP function only can work from the left direction to the right direction, but the XLOOKUP function can work from left to right direction and right to left direction. That means it can extract the values from both directions. Let's see whether this thing is true or not. At first, let's insert a name here. suppose you want to insert the name laptop and now you want to extract ID by using this. So let's go for the C19 cell and now we'll go for the XLOOKUP function, and then as lookup value we'll look up for the C18 cell, and after that we'll go for the lookup array. The lookup array will be this time the name column, so select the name range of C5 to C12. This time we'll go for the return array, that means the return will be the ID, so select the ID column, that means B5 to B12. Let's use the enter button and see it can easily extract from right to left direction. Now let's change the name from laptop to oven and see whether it can extract the value or not. Press the enter button and you can see that it has updated perfectly. Suppose the XLOOKUP function doesn't find any kind of match, then what will it return? Here we have search for the oven. Let's delete oven from the main worksheet. Then it will be showing an error. But we don't want to show the error here. Instead, we want to show no match found result. So we'll go for the C19 cell, and here in the main formula, we'll go for the if not found parameter, and in this section, we'll write down no match found. And now press the enter button. As oven is not in the main datasheet anymore, then it will be showing no match found. If you look closely, then you can see that in the previous section we have added the ID, and with the help of we've extracted the name and cells. Now with the deleting of the oven, it has shown the 0 result. If you look closely, then you'll see that in this section we have found the match of the ID, but in the return value there is no output. So that's why the output is showing here is 0. If you change the value and if it finds any kind of match, then it will be showing the result. If it doesn't find any kind of match, then it will be going for the 0 result. Here we have list of products, their sales and their increase of sale percentage here, and we want to extract the values more than 10% increase of sales here in this column G. So at first we'll be going for the G7 cell, and here we'll insert the filter function. The filter function filters a range or array, and this time as array we'll select the B5 to B10, that means the product column, and after that we'll include the value of the parameter. As we are trying to extract the increase more than 10%, then we'll go for the E5 to E10 cells, that means increase of sales percentage, and the condition will be that it must be greater than the percentage of the H4 cell. Now let's press the enter button and see whether it works or not. So you have got the list of products that has sales more than 10%. Now let's change the percent from 10 to 20, press the enter button and observe the changes. Again, go for the percentage and change it to 40, and you can get the final result according to your condition. This time we want to get the list of products, but we want to also get them in ascending or descending order. So we need the help of both sort and filter functions. So we'll go for the G14 cell, and here we'll write down the sort function which sorts a range or array, and inside it we have the array function, and inside it we have the array parameter. In the array parameter we'll go for the filter function which filters a range or array, and this time in the array section we'll select the range of B5 to E10 cell, and after that we'll include the parameter. The parameter will be the increase of cells, that means the E5 to E10 cell must be greater than H4 cell percentage, and if it fulfills everything, then it will go for the sorting. Here the product column is index 1, cells in 2022 is index 2, cells in 2023 is index 3, and increase of cells is the index 4. As we are sorting on basis of increase of cells, so we'll go for the 4 as our sorting index. After that we want to get the values in sorting order of ascending, so select 1 and press the enter button, and you have got the perfect sorting order list. If you want to get the result in the descending order, then change the sort order from 1 to -1 as descending order and press the enter button to get the result here. Now let's move back to the H4 cell and change it manually. Suppose at first we'll enter 10%, then it's working perfectly. Change again and again and see whether it's working perfectly or not. So that's how we can easily use the filter function to get the sorted products in Excel. In our last method, we want to use the sequence function. So here we have list of items and their cells in column C and D, and we want to create a sequence of order ID in the column B. So at first go for the B5 cell and here write down the sequence function which returns a sequence of numbers. As we have 10 items, so write down 10 as our inserting rows. Now press the enter button and you have inserted the order ID numbers here. But suppose if you want to generate a grid of numbers and the starting from number 2 incrementing by 5 in each row, then you can also do this by using the sequence function. Now let's go for the F4 cell and write down the sequence function, and this time as we are trying to show the 10 rows in each column, so write down 10 rows and the output will be shown in 2 columns, so write down 2 as our column input, and after that we have the starting position. We want to start the position from the number 2 and the increment will be 5, so write down 5 in our step value. Now press the enter button and you will see that the starting position is 2, then increment of 5, that means 7, 12, 17 is on and on. Now let's change the starting number and the incremental change in the step, and see, it's working perfectly. Now suppose you want to get the unique results, and with the help of the unique results you want to sequence values according to that. So at first we'll go for the J4 cell and where we want to extract the unique values, so write down the unique function, and as array we'll go for the C5 to C14 cells as we want to get the list of item unique values. Press the enter button and you have got the result here. But this time if we go for the I4 cell, then we'll use the sequence function as it returns a sequence of numbers. Then inside it we'll use the counter function which counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty. In this scenario, we'll go for the value 1. In this value 1, we'll be going for the J4 cell here and then use the hash to select the whole column. We'll go for enter button. In summary, it starts counting from the J4 cell to the whole column where it gets any kind of inserting value. After that, it starts counting the sequence from the 1 number. If we press the enter button, then we'll get the number section here. Let's go for the J4 cell, select unique array, change it to C5 to C10 range, press the enter button and you will see that it will dynamically change the sequence function also. So that's it for today. You can follow these methods accordingly, or you can download the practice workbook from the article link below. Hope this will help you. If you have any questions, suggestions or feedback, please let us know in the comment section, or you can have a glance at excelemy.com or join our thriving Exceldemy community forum where you can post your Excel and VBA challenges to get solutions from our experts and fellow users. Thanks for watching our video. If you like this video, please consider subscribing for more content like this.